Where do you meet these weak people? I went to a million concerts. We ate everything but heroin balls, and nobody ever fucking fainted.
That's what I'm saying. You ever?
Yeah, no. If that happened in my neighborhood, you'd have to move the next day. Like, you have to pick up and move. Like, dog, I took fucking Lee to a concert, and I gave him a couple mushrooms.
Fucking had a seizure.
Dog, I used to fucking take straight up acid and go to those garden concerts.
I don't know how you did that
I
shit,
took acid
man.
to the Stones. I took acid to Ted Nugent and AC/DC. I took acid. I didn't take acid to Black Sabbath. I was too young. But I took acid to all those.
You ever smoke weed dipped in PCP? Sherm
Yeah.
or
no? Well, this is what I was getting to.
Okay.
All right. So I'm 16.
I'm laughing at the age.
15 to 16.
Yeah.
I'm going in that transition, and I'm doing microdot acid. That's what it was called. It wasn't really.
That was those little like one hit tabs.
I mean, tiny. You would lose it. You had to wrap it in aluminum foil to see them, and then you had to take it out of the aluminum foil, and if it fell on the floor, you were done. Sometimes it was purple, sometimes it was pink, sometimes it was brown, but it was the size of a minuscule. That was the most popular acid. It was 50-50. It was basically rat poison. You did it, it was strychnine based.
Okay.
You'd be grinding your teeth and looking around. Tremendous. But you went for fucking 8 to 12 hours.
That's a commitment.
I mean,
hard, huh?
Yeah. You know, now you're like, ooh, thank God that's gone.
I have anxiety
hearing
hearing
you
it.
said that, I give you another bong. Do another bong and wake it up. And then you said the sunset. And you're like, oh, thank God I could go home now. And you go home and you drink milk and you go up to your room and you lay down. And all of a sudden the posters start moving again. It was that type of shit. Like, it just did not go away. And then...
See, all this is not a sales point to
That's
me.
what I'm saying. This is what everyone's ever told me, though.
Great.
Yeah.
It was just great. And then,
just great.
the one I did to the Stones, honestly, that was the first time I had that drug. And I wrote about this. It was like a 3-day recovery. Like, for 3 days,
It just
I had
zapped you like
bells and
that.
whistles and electronic shocks going through my spine. Like, and I was just a young kid, and I was like, I think I got to stop this shit. Like, I really do. Like, I had only done it once, but then it was just too much fun. It was the drug of the era. It was the drug of the summer.
Like, how many, I want to tell you, you know the Carlin bit where he talks about acid, right? It's like self-regulating. At some point, it'll say, stop, you know, just like you were done.
No. So,
But how many hits would you say you've had?
so then let's just say that let's just do it by freshman year.
Jesus
Freshman
Christ.
year was when we really started cooking with gas with the acid.
That's 3 a week.
We would 3 a week. And then something new came along. People were saying, you got to snort this shit. Now, I had always made a promise to myself that I would never snort nothing. But they were like, it's just THC stems. It's stems, and people boil them, and they shut the thing off, and the white powder that sticks on the side, they scrape that off, and that's what you're snorting. It's harmless. And I saw, and I had 18 friends, but there was always 4 that were like kind of smart, and they were the ones like, yeah, I want to do it. I'm like, you sure? So after weeks of trying, I said, let me do a line of that THC crystal.
The keef? Like that keef that's on the crystals on the weed?
It was white.
And you're snort. I've never heard this one. This is brand new to me right now.
It's snorting. And we would do it. First I did it, and then I gave it a break. I went back to acid.
But what kind of high is it? Like, what do you feel?
Like fucking Gumby. And fucking like you're about, like everything is just fucking flashing at you.
Is it a different high than an acid trip? It is.
Eventually, I kept doing it and doing it. So it got to the point where my mother would go to the track on Sundays, and I knew she was going to be on all day. And me and this kid, Carlos Perez, would buy a $10 package of it, and we'd each get a 6-pack of Lowenbrow.
I remember Lowenbrow, the lion.
Isn't
that like a lion? Yeah, tonight is kind of special.
Kind of special. The beer will pour. Must say something more, but how? Tonight Let it be Lowenbrow.
Sponsor the church, Lowenbrow.
Lowenbrow. So fucking we would get Lowenbrows and get fucked up and then go on journeys. We just walk and talk shit. When I get old, I want to be a doctor. I want, you know. And we'd just be like, cars would almost hit us. Like, beep, what the fuck? Out of the way, that type of shit. Like, we would be fucked up. And then I found out it was actually angel dust. But that's, so,
I said I had never heard
somebody told
in
me,
my life the mind boiling some stem.
Yeah, I didn't know. So
What's
now
angel dust?
angel dust is like
PCP,
Gorilla Biscuits,
yeah.
PCP, animal tranquilizers, and they turn them into a powder, and you fucking snort them.
Jesus Christ,
And you
so
go
casual.
for 8 hours.
And then I found out it was
You
angel
go for
dust.
8 hours. Like I tried, and I didn't want to know, and I didn't want to fucking know. So we used to play either or. We used to play a game either or. Either we do acid or we do THC. Crystal.
Wait, THC crystals, you're calling it.
So that's what it was called until one day somebody said, "Stupid, wake up! You're snorting animal tranquilizers."
How long had you been doing it, would you say, before you actually found out what
About
it really was?
3.5 months. And I remember sitting there going, "It doesn't surprise me.
Crystal.
You get fucked up."
You know what? So can you explain this? You're like, all right.
I suckered for it. I've been over here. I would have been over here snorting it with you. I'd have been like, "It's a THC." They said. Who said? The drug dealer said that.
I mean, it was an 8 hour. I remember one time I smoked it with a pregnant chick.
What?
I was like, I'm in the morning. In 1983, they would sell it in Harlem, and you could smoke it. And it was called the tray. It was $3. It was a tray, and it was basically enough powder to sprinkle a joint with, and you could smoke it. And that was maybe December, January, February of '84. No, of '83. Maybe December of '82. It was cold out. And I remember getting high with her maybe 10:30 in the morning and being on a bus at 9 o'clock on Kennedy Boulevard, dropping me off on the corner and crossing the street to the bar going, wow, thank God I'm fine. I finally got it together. Like I walked in and I was still a little Gumby dust. Because then it was just called Gumby dust. It was like animal tranquilizer.
Yeah.
So I wanted to tear of that shit.
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.